evening, everybody. Happy Friday and welcome to Tactical Talk with Mad Dog Armory. I am one of your hosts, Jillian, and this is our other host,
Shad.
Oh.
Hi. I speak.
Shad.
I speak, therefore
Hi,
Hi.
So welcome again. Thank you for watching Tactical Talk with Mad Dog Armory. We are here every Friday, except for when we're not. Right. Every Friday at 6 p.m. on WeBeamTV.com, as well as all your social media platforms. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook and all that good stuff. So
Instagram.
Well,
the show's not on Instagram, but you can find us on Instagram.
You can find us on there, but you're not going to find the show on there.
Not so much.
Not so much. So definitely YouTube and WeBeam TV.
That's right.
So we're here every Friday, and our gracious host, WeBeam TV, for hosting us. Shad and I are advocates for gun rights and Second Amendment. If you couldn't tell, there's a little teaser here, you know. But yes, we are the owners and founders of Mad Dog Armory, which is a local gun shop.
Founder
and owner.
Founder.
So I'm the founder, you're the owner?
Not really.
Anyway, so the founder and owners of Mad Dog Armory, which is a retail gun shop and training center in the Tampa Bay area. We have two locations, one in Pinellas County in the Tampa Bay area in Largo. That is our original location. And also in South Tampa, which is our new guy. And
just turned a year old.
Just
turned a year old.
Turned a year old. It went so fast, didn't it?
Did.
I just posted.
Story of my life.
Posted something. Posted something on social media yesterday because it was May the 4th and it was our year anniversary.
Not yesterday. Day before yesterday.
Yeah, sorry, on the 4th, whenever the 4th was.
Cinco de Mayo.
That's right, Cinco de Mayo. There's a lot of hungover people today.
You think?
I mean, people are hung over today.
At this point, they should be good watching the show, though. You would hope.
Well, yeah.
Have a little hair
by
of the dog,
6 p.m.
take it off.
Just have another margarita and you'll be good for sure. Yeah. Cinco de Mayo. But our 1 year anniversary for our South Tampa location was on the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And a lot of people were shocked that it's a year already, you know. So some of the responses on social media were like, oh my gosh, it's a year already. So it went by really fast, but South Tampa is killing it. It's doing really well. It's been welcomed in a mostly Democrat-run city. So the city of Tampa and South Tampa is pretty blue.
We were definitely welcomed with open arms. So it was greatly appreciated.
So it just shows you.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about both of our shops, and we're growing. We are franchising, so we are offering our business model to everybody. We love Mad Dogs all over the country and then nationwide. So we are growing. We have our most recent interest in South Carolina, so we're hoping that they sign their contract very soon.
Yeah.
And get started over there. So soon South Carolina should have a Mad Dog Armory or two. So we're very excited about that.
Yep.
But definitely like, share, subscribe to our social media. Definitely share, please. The industry is under attack. Our Second Amendment is under attack. So we definitely want to share messages that we bring you. We're very, very happy that we have this platform to teach you different things and bring industry-related stuff to you. And we hope you learned something from today's show.
Get some information out there.
Yes, it is show number 12.
Woo.
Dozen, right?
Yeah.
We've done a dozen shows.
Next time we'll be a baker's dozen.
Yes, lucky 13 next week, right?
Oh, boy.
So show 12, very excited about that. So go back and watch the previous shows. We've done a lot of really cool topics, interesting things. From all over the place, you know, from A to Z. We've done it. We did rifles and silencers and all different kinds of shows. So definitely like, share, subscribe, use the bell.
Ding.
The little bell reminder. So anyway, that's a little bit about us. Today is show 12. We're going to talk about Canik, which is it's not a new company, but it's becoming really popular recently. I've noticed in the past year or two, Caniks are really just becoming popular. People are asking for them.
We've had one for quite some time, right?
Yes.
We've had one since we first opened the shop.
Absolutely.
Over 6 years ago. So we got one personally. Great little gun. You know, when we got it, didn't really know anything about it, but we're like, hey, let's give it a shot. And it turned out to be, you know, a nice little bang for the buck gun.
Yes. Canik is a pretty decent brand. So, so we brought a couple here to chat about different models and features and things like that. And we're also going to talk about hearing protection.
What?
I was waiting for that. I knew it. Huh? I almost said in the car on the way here, like, I'm sure actually I did say it to myself. Like, he's definitely going to be like, what? Because he gets me with that all the time.
All the time.
Like, I'll say something and he'll be like,
anything
what? And I repeat it.
Anything that has to do with hearing, I'll be, what? And get it all the time. Get it all the time.
14 years and I still fall for it. Anyway, so we're going to talk about hearing protection and different styles, different types, why you need hearing protection, and hearing protection.
Cool.
So it's kind of important.
So before we get started, well, we've kind of already started a little bit, but it is Mother's Day weekend.
Yes.
So to my most beautiful, sexiest, smartest, most intelligent, entrepreneurial wife that got us started in this thing.
Wow.
Happy Mother's Day.
Aw, thank you, honey.
And
that's
the mom.
very sweet.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Hi.
Happy Mother's Day, Val. Love you.
Yes,
Stephanie.
Val,
Happy
Mima,
Mother's Day.
Stephanie. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, for sure. Thank you for bringing that up. It is Mother's Day weekend, so if you are blessed enough to still have your mom on earth, definitely give her a hug, give her a call.
Yep.
If you don't like her, then,
give her a call and give her a hug anyway.
Yeah.
Because you never know when they aren't going to be around.
That's true.
And you can't do it anymore.
That's true.
So.
For the most part, moms are okay.
For the most part.
Most part, depending on your mom, right? But anyway, yes, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. So thank you for bringing that up. It's on Sunday.
Absolutely.
Yes, on Sunday. Send your mom some flowers.
That's right.
Or we're actually having a special in our shop. So if you're local to the Tampa Bay area, we have $50 off Mother's Day promotion. And it comes in a little pink bag, and one of our employees prepackaged this little thing, and it's really cute. It's a little certificate for a ladies only class taught by yours truly. And it's all ladies in the class. It's taught by a female instructor, and it's a beginner handgun. So if you want to give your mom the gift of safety, we're offering $50 off, and it comes in a prepackaged bag. It's really easy to purchase. You can do it online or in store. So that's a pretty cool little gift for mom as well. So definitely give mom the gift of safety.
That's right.
Yes.
Gift of gun learning.
Yes. And learn all about guns. And we'll get her in the right gun, or teach her how to use the gun that she has already. And I definitely did not silence my phone, so I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah,
okay.
I just had a call.
So, all right. So today's show, Canik. Oh, and then I also want to bring up starting next week, we didn't have enough time this week, but starting next week, Shad's going to have a new segment about new shit. So we want to talk about
new shit
that's coming out. And you know, we stay up on different things, him more than me, in the industry, you know, the new things that manufacturers are releasing, new products that are coming out. So I know that's exciting stuff.
Right.
And so we want to keep up with that stuff. So we decided to do a new segment called New Shit with Shad. And we'll bring that to you starting next week. If there's anything that you want us to particularly chat about, please always feel free to reach out. tacticaltalk@madddogarmory.com is the email, or you can just check us out when we're on live. You can shoot us a message, but there's lots of ways to get in touch with us and show topics, things like that. So we're always looking to engage with you guys. So definitely feel free to reach out to us on anything that you want to talk about or new products that you want us to talk about. You know, so we're down.
We had a customer that reached out to me a little bit and was asking to see if we could do some stuff on some terminology. So that's something that we'll probably do in the very near future as well.
Oh, I like that.
You know, so what's kind of, because you hear words and he was kind of new to it, and he goes, "What the hell is this? I have no idea."
Yeah.
So it's kind of good every once in a while to, you know, like, what's a Picatinny rail? What is that?
Right.
What's MOA?
Right.
So there's just some terms.
FMJs and JHPs.
Right,
and,
exactly. So what are some of these terms? So we can do something like that as well.
Absolutely. We can definitely do that. I like that idea, because a lot of times, you know, we think people know what we're talking about because we say it all the time, or we deal with it on a daily. So that's a great idea.
It's funny how you kind of easily forget, you know, when you first got into it and go, what the hell is that? And you got to go Google, what the hell is FMJ?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
we'll try to help
that's a
you
good
out.
idea. We'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
For sure. We'll tie that in next week for sure. Cool. All right, awesome. So we're
Cool,
going to get...
show's written.
The show's written.
There we go.
It's not written at all. So last week's show, we talked about gun collections, how guns are a good investment, and kind of brought in some of Shad's favorites and, you know, some
Your favorites
investments
too.
and my favorites too, absolutely. And just how different gun collections come about and how, you know, there's different guns for different people and what you like. So we kind of went over that, estate guns, what to do if you come across, you know, a gun that you don't want anymore, or, you know, things like that. So we talked about gun collections and gun values and how to value your gun. So that was a good show.
That is a spectacular picture.
Oh my gosh, that picture.
No, you really got to put that back up again. That is really good.
I mean, it's really good. Like
I'm
the
not
preview.
sure what the hell is going on there, but something really bad.
I mean, it almost looks like the face you made last night with
bowling.
bowling.
That I had anger issues or something. Holy shit. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it, buddy.
I love that. Thank you so much, Rob. That made my day. I mean, happy Friday to me.
I think I peed just a little bit.
Oh, wow. Sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Speaking of pee, how about me dropping my phone in the toilet?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was out at an event, a marketing event, like all gussied up and with, you know, a friend of mine, and we went to this, like, you know,
Bougie brewery. Yeah.
And no shit, I literally dropped my phone in the toilet after the business was done.
Well, the only business was paying.
That's true.
You were just paying.
But man,
so.
I did not hesitate. I went in and I grabbed it, and it was horrible.
I don't even think it hit the bottom of the toilet yet.
I was afraid it was going to get ruined. Okay, moving on. Nobody wants to hear about that. But yes, your face is hilarious on that. I didn't notice that last week, so I love that.
I didn't notice it. What the hell?
I think I said something to you about it. I don't know. He
about
listens.
it?
He listens like half the time.
What?
Hearing protection. See, we're tying all of this into our subject tonight. The hearing protection. I should just wear these the entire show. All right. So that was last week. So definitely, again, check out our old shows.
Yes.
So let's talk guns. That's what we're here for, right?
Woo!
All right, cool. So how lucky are we? We're pretty blessed.
Yes.
I mean, we talk about guns,
Life's
you know.
good.
I mean, life is good. We are like so blessed to be able to talk to you guys about this. I mean, we really love guns. And for those of you that feel the same way, like, thanks for tuning in, because we feel you. We understand it. Like, it's a culture, and we appreciate you watching. So hopefully you'll learn something, and maybe we'll entertain you a little bit, especially about us talking about Chad peeing himself and, you know.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay. All right, we're talking guns now. Let's do it. All right, so what did we bring in today? So today we brought in 3 different types of Caniks. Now, with Canik, there's a lot of different models. There's a lot of different styles and features and things like that. But we did just grab 3 just to kind of introduce you to the brand. They're 3 of the most popular, and we stock them in our shops. So who is Canik? So Canik actually is a significant player in the aerospace defense industry.
Right.
So I talked to you about that last night. I was surprised.
Yeah, I didn't know that as well.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So pretty cool.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. They've been around for about 20 years. And then 2019, it marks the 10th year as a world-leading
So
firearm
they're
manufacturer.
13 years then.
Okay.
So, no, not 19. 2009 maybe?
No, it says 19.
So maybe that was in 2000.
Significant player in the aerospace defense industry for 20 years.
Gotcha.
And then in 2019, it marks 10 years that they've been a manufacturer of the firearms.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not positive what they did in the aerospace.
So then they're 13
industry.
years into firearms.
Okay.
13 years into firearms.
You're the math guy. You know that. He's the numbers guy. I don't do numbers really.
Higher
well.
mathematics on that one.
Yeah, I need a calculator. Like, I need a calculator. And I can't use my phone right now. So.
No.
Okay, so how many years?
13.
Okay, since 2019. No.
This is what I got to deal with.
Hey, watch it. Okay, and then in 2012, get your calculator out.
Oh, Lord.
Canik partnered with Century Arms.
Correct.
And they introduced the Canik TP pistols for the U.S. market. And the company has risen to the forefront of firearm conversations. So that's why we're talking about it here.
Right.
So Canik partnered with Century Arms. So talk to me about that. So there's import, right?
Correct.
So
Yeah,
Canik
so-
is made in another country. No? Yes.
3 strikes.
Oh, damn it.
Turkey.
Turkey?
Turkey. 3 strikes, right?
Oh, and bowling.
Right. So we bowled last night.
So are they manufactured in another country?
They are.
Okay,
And where?
fantastic. Turkey.
Hey, what?
Which is also 3 strikes.
Right.
Okay, got
There
it.
you go.
There's the reference.
There's the
these
reference.
dad jokes really, they come out,
Sorry.
and I got to be ready.
Yeah.
So, all right.
What's
so
4 strikes?
4 strikes.
No.
Oh, shit, what is it?
Ham bone.
Oh, a ham bone, that's right.
And then
5
you go, what's
strikes
is
is
5
5
strikes.
strikes. Okay, yeah, so I'm learning. All right, so if you didn't know,
We bowl.
we bowl. And I'm not a real good bowler.
No, she's actually not a bad bowler, really.
Well,
You
I've
really aren't.
gotten better.
You've gotten
So
a lot better.
when we started like a year ago, like gutter ball central, like I'd actually throw the ball and it would go in the
You
air.
had about you had about 100 average, or
Yeah.
right at 100, a little over 100 average.
happy if I get over
and
100.
now you're at like a 130 or 140. You've gone up quite a bit. It's really
Okay.
good.
Well, I'm still learning.
Yes.
So all the strikes in a row have different names,
Right.
except for 5.
Well,
And I'm like, what's 5 in a row?
There's
And he's
1 in a
like,
row. There's 2 in a row.
Well, 1 is not in a row. Okay, moving on. We're moving on from this.
All right, sorry.
Okay.
Back to Canik. Hey, welcome back to the show.
Hey, welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us.
This is Jillian, and I'm no, I'm just
Great.
kidding. Anyway.
Well, and we own Mad Dog Armory. Okay, so back to Canik.
Yes.
So Canik is manufactured in Turkey.
Correct.
And they are imported through Century Arms.
Correct.
Okay, I got
Yep.
that right.
So
See?
Century Arms
Yay.
does several different imports, and currently what's up on the screen now is kind of what we have out in the middle of our display here, and then that's our Med-A. The rivals, we do have the rivals in the shop as well. We didn't bring one with us, sorry, but we do have the rivals as well in the shop.
Yeah,
So,
I have all the information on the 3
Yeah.
that we brought. So
Yep.
just wanted to talk about the brand a little bit,
Sure.
where it was founded, where it came from
Okay.
the aerospace
Yeah, yeah.
defense industry.
Yeah.
All right, so the first one that I want to talk about is you say Meti?
Mete.
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 M-E-T-E.
kinda like karate.
Meti. Sure it's not
Mete.
meat? It didn't
Oh, it's
have
definitely
like the
not
little...
meat.
It did, well, it's not, it isn't meat, right? That's M-E-A-T. But it didn't have the little sound thing that you can sound it out.
Gotcha,
Anyway,
like the
it's
little
M-E-T,
Toby.
Canik meat. Meat? Medi.
Whatever she wants to call it.
Okay,
she can
so
call
that
it.
is the new series. It has a
Correct.
bunch of different features.
Yes.
Is this the 9mm?
So all Caniks are 9 millimeters.
Oh, fantastic.
Period.
Cool, didn't know that.
Currently, that's the case. Now, I don't know if they plan on doing any other calibers, but currently
Okay.
it is just 9 millimeter.
I mean, fun fact, I did not know that.
There
So
you go.
there you go. Canik only makes
Fun with
9mm.
flags.
Yes. All right, so this guy is two-tone.
yes,
It has the...
they do make an all-black version as well.
Okay,
So I think they call it the blackout.
okay,
So you can get it in all black as well.
cool.
Currently, we just have it in the two-tone, but we will be getting some of the black ones. So,
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so this guy, so what's the, why did we
What's
bring
the
that one?
scuttlebutt?
Yeah.
It's one of the newer guns. This is kind of one of their competition models. They have a couple different competition versions of it. It is optics ready. This particular optic, though, is meant for the K series or the smaller optics. Trigger on it is phenomenal. Reset on it is phenomenal. And if you don't know what reset is, that's something we'll probably talk about. in
Trigger
our-
reset? Sure.
In our newer verbiage stuff.
Okay.
But high capacity, so it's an 18 round standard, and then I think this is a +3 base plate, so that puts us at 21 rounds.
21 rounds.
So-
Good home defense gun.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. But just really, really, really good gun. Quality-wise, it is, as far as I'm concerned, it's on par with your SIGs and your Glocks. It really is. It's a really good quality gun, but you're not breaking the bank.
Right.
So the reality is if you put SIG's name on it, or if you put Glock's name on this exact same gun, you'd add about $200 to it.
Sweet.
Just flat out.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
Yeah.
So some of the notable features on this guy was the aggressive texturing on here on the side. Yep.
yep, stippling.
Yep, the low profile slide stop lever and angled rear sight edge,
Yep.
co-witnessing optics ready, so it's optics ready. We
Yep.
did a show on optics
Right.
many shows ago.
Yep.
So definitely check that out because this one is optics ready, which is nice. And then the load chamber indicator, so that pops up. So meaning when it has
feel
a
like
load
Vanna.
indicator, there's a little notch on the top that kind of pops up so you know that there's one in the chamber.
It's kind of like when the turkey's done, it just kind of pops up a little bit.
Yes, so that's cool. Yeah, so that's a
Yeah.
cool feature. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the Mete.
Mete.
The second one I want to go into is the Canik White Out.
Oh boy.
And you know what? The packaging, before we do that, the
Yes.
packaging on these guys are really cool. Like Canik puts together a really nice package.
Yes.
Meaning what it comes in. So the case it comes in. On the whiteout one, that packaging is really cool. So sometimes guns come in like cardboard boxes, you know. Taurus is kind of guilty of that. A couple other ones, not every Taurus, but some, you know, the more budget
Smith &
friendly,
Wesson.
Smith & Wesson. You know, they come in cardboard. These guys come with a really nice packaging. It has like cleaning tools. It has different plates. It has, you know, your manual. And then it has like a really cool cutout. It keeps your gun safe. And you can keep your extra mags in there. And it also comes with a holster. Like all three of these guns come with a holster, which is really cool.
They are outside the waistband holsters,
Correct.
but a holster nonetheless. And it's a good little holster.
Right,
So,
absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, it is a good holster, and it fits really nicely. It comes directly from the manufacturer.
Yep.
So the packaging on Caniks are really great, and you know, because that's a savings. You know, you
Right.
get the holster, so you're getting like all the stuff that you'd have to buy extra on other guns, and it's coming with that stuff. So it's
And
pretty cool.
hopefully Ron DeSantis is watching. So, hey, Ron, how you doing?
Hey, Ron.
So please go ahead.
Hi,
please go
Governor.
ahead- That's right. Please go ahead and pass your constitutional carry that you were talking about so that we can start carrying this stuff outside the waistband if we want to.
We kind of, I don't know. I think people should still take a class.
Right, but it's still, I think most people will want to take a class. I really do. Because, I mean, most people that we have, even people that we just talked to recently, we had a class, somebody was like, oh, we're not going to have to do this stuff anymore, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's well worth the class. It's not just for getting the certificate, it's for knowledge. So, you know, there's a lot of people that know that they need more training or more information in order to carry, whether that's concealed or open, either way.
And a lot of people don't get training.
I get it.
I'm just saying.
I get
So
it.
we disagree on this. Although I am all about rights and all that
That's right.
stuff, and I love the open carry thing because when I carry open, I'm so much more comfortable.
Makes it so much easier.
Yes,
And
because
honestly,
I like my 45.
You can put your shirt over it, but you don't have to worry about imprinting and all that kind of bullshit. So I'm just saying.
I
so it
agree
does make
with
it
all
easier,
of that.
but-
However, there's a lot of people that are untrained that are going to be carrying around guns, and they're going to be shooting themselves in the leg.
And the nice thing, at least they're going to shoot
accidental
themselves in
discharge.
the legs and nobody else in the leg. So there's that. So it's called
This is
culling of the herd. They'll take care of themselves.
Again, disagree, but it is definitely something that, you know, we feel differently about because I don't want people to shoot themselves in the leg.
Well, I don't want to do it either, but if they're dumb enough to do it, then that's kind of on them.
Okay,
Just
so
saying.
moving on.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're going to go to the whites.
The whites,
So
yes.
I love the whites. This is about to be my next firearm. We had two in the shop. They are amazing. One of our really good friends purchased the other one, and I saw it leave the shop, and I knew we only had one more, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to grab it.
Mine.
So I'm so happy we brought it with us today because it's not going back to the shop. It's definitely coming home with me today. So this one is really cool. It's called the White Out. It's a signature series from Canik.
So, and you like your white guns?
I do like white.
So we have an AR that we brought in that was also kind of very similar to this. It's kind of very stormtrooper-ish.
Yes,
So it's
love
kind
the
of,
stormtrooper look.
Yeah.
Yes,
So that
and a
white
lot of people
black
go, "Oh,
accents.
white, yeah, a white gun, like that's dumb. It's going to get dirty." But no, I love the white. I love
Yeah.
the stormtrooper look for sure.
And this one, it's not like bright white.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, so it's not like, I don't know. I like it too. It's a really sharp looking gun.
It's
Flat
yeah,
out.
it's the White Out.
Yeah.
It comes with a certificate of authenticity because there's only a limited amount of quantities. So basically,
7,500.
7,500. There you go. So there's only so many. So when we talked about value last week, right, in our show, would be a good investment because there's a limited run.
Correct.
There's only so many that were made. So
right.
in time, they're gonna, you know, be
Right.
more valuable. And
And this particular one is in the 5,500 range,
Mm-hmm.
but it's of 7,500.
the production number is stamped on the side,
Yep.
and
It's right
it
over
does
here
have a
on this side.
signature
Not on
on
this
it.
side, but on this side. Yep.
So whose signature is on the side? What does it say? Do you know?
You have the glasses
Oh,
on.
I'll have
Neither
to look.
one of us can see.
It
We're
says
both
signature
like-
series.
yeah.
Yeah, it says signature series.
So the signature is signature series.
Yes. So yeah, it's just really sharp.
Yep.
So some of the features, it comes with the two mags.
Correct. So again, we have an extended mag, and I think this is a +3, so it does say +3 round on it. So again, this is 21 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that might actually be a 2-rounder.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be 20 round. This is 21 round.
Okay.
And then it comes with an 18 round flush. It does come with an extended magazine release as well.
We have the mag. Thank you.
Yep. Extended magazine release. It does have a little different slide release on it than the Mete does, or Meta. Meat.
Did you say Mete?
Mete.
It has the flared magwell.
Correct. It is optics ready. On this particular one, you will lose your rear sight. As opposed onto the Meta, you will not lose your rear sight. You actually keep your rear sight on the other one. So, but this is going to give you your larger footprint. So this will allow you to put on your regular size red dots.
Okay.
As opposed to the K series red dots. So it's going to give you a little bit larger window, field of view, stuff like that.
Okay.
You're actually able to change out your back straps as well. Flared magwell. And the Meta does come with a flared magwell. You just have to install it, or we can install it for you if you purchase it from us. We're more than happy to do that for you. Yeah, and then again, trigger. The triggers on these things are just out of the box. They're freaking phenomenal. So they pretty much put every other manufacturer to shame.
That's awesome.
And they have some versions that are actually even better than others, but these things are really, really good out of the box.
Yeah,
So,
I've heard that, and
yeah.
all of our sales guys agree, and they're really known for that as well, right? Their
Yeah,
trigger.
one thing they had when they came out a while ago was that you really needed to break them in. So to break them in, you had to shoot them.
Right.
It doesn't seem to be as big of a deal anymore as it once was. But if you go out and you shoot it and you have some issues with like stovepiping or something like that, just shoot the gun.
Right.
Shoot a couple hundred rounds through it, and it kind of works itself out, and it's just smooth as butter.
Right. So we'll have people, and that's a great topic to
Yeah.
even bring up. Just something to side note here. We have a lot of people that'll come in and they'll say, "Oh, my gun isn't working," and we'll say, "Okay, you know, how many rounds have you shot through it?" And they'll be like, "No, I haven't shot any rounds through it, and it's just not cycling." And we're like, "You have to shoot it, you know." So
they're at home trying to manually do stuff, and
Correct.
it's just not the same. The gun doesn't function the same when you're trying to manually work the gun.
right. Because the actions in the gun
Yeah.
are a lot more
Violent.
violent, yeah.
A lot more violent when the gun goes off than
Right.
when you're manually
Pulling the slide back and trying to manually
dicking
chamber
around
it.
with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to shoot it. And even we guarantee all of our guns as far as like if you have a problem, if it's jamming, if it, you know, whatever.
Bring it
we
in.
bring it in and we will take care of it with the manufacturer. We'll from 100% every single time. But we also have sent guns back and the manufacturer said to us, well, this person didn't shoot the gun
Right.
enough. You have to run rounds through it in order for it to actually be functioning.
Correct.
So it's very important for people that are new to shoot their guns. So if you just buy a
Right.
gun and you put it in your drawer and then you go to use it and something happens and it jams or whatever, that's
gotta
why
sh-
you
you
have
gotta
to
shoot
shoot it. So
Yep. You
yeah.
can't just buy a car, put it in your garage, and then wait until you actually need to use it for like something really
Right,
important.
the battery will die or the gas
And then
is
all of a
bad
sudden
or-
go to use it, go, it doesn't work. Well,
Right.
what the hell?
Yeah.
How
You
does
ha-
this stuff work? How do I start it? Where's, you know,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
you have
need
to
learn
shoot
this stuff.
it. for
Absolutely.
Sure. Absolutely. So the Signature Series I really like. The White Out, again, it comes with that holster. It comes with a bunch of different things.
White box.
The white box.
And that's one of the cool things about Canik as well. Like the Mete was the first ones they did were the tan and black, so they did a tan box.
Yes.
Which was neat. And on the white series, they did a white box.
Yep.
Or
Same thing with the
same color.
holsters. The holsters colors match the guns.
Correct.
So pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
sure.
like the Caniks.
Yeah.
And they also have the ported slide or the
So the slide is ported, the barrel is not.
okay.
So, and ultimately they do that because the barrel's a little bit longer, so they want to lighten it up because it doesn't need to be as heavy.
So that's a weight thing?
It is. It helps reduce weight.
Okay.
For sure.
So when I say ported, it's the notches that are cut out on the slide. So it lightens it up so it's not as heavy.
So through here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
very cool.
Yep.
And that's, like Shad said, optics ready. So
Correct.
so that's pretty cool too.
Yes.
So that's all the
For-
rage
for us
now.
people that are going blind, it definitely helps.
As you get older,
Yeah.
yes. So very cool. So both of those are optics ready. All right.
Yep.
So our third gun
Is also
is the
optics ready.
Tp9 Elite SC, which some people say subcompact, but actually on Canik's website it's called Superior Concealment. So that's
Or
what the-
subcompact.
that's what the you can say subcompact or superior concealment.
Correct.
But subcompact is easier to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say superior concealment 3 times fast.
No.
Do it. You won't do it.
Oh, I'll screw it up.
Okay, so the superior concealment is going to be the smaller one, so
Correct.
for concealment purposes, clearly.
Correct.
Is it a double stack?
It's a double stack, and it is your typical double stack as opposed to what we like to call a hybrid double stack nowadays. So width-wise, it's not your inch wide like the newer hybrid double stack stuff, right? So it's going to be a little bit thicker. But it is considerably smaller in regards to its overall size, so it does make it a little bit easier to conceal carry. It does come with 2 different magazines. So this guy's a 15 rounder, I believe. Yep, 15 rounder, which is an extended mag. So it's definitely going to give you a lot more. So go into the range, stuff like that, or for your backup mag for your pocket.
12.
And then we got a 12 rounder with the pinky extension to make sure we get a good purchase of the gun. So it is also optics ready.
Yep.
And it is optics ready where you do not lose your rear sight. So in doing so, this guy would also be set up for the Ks.
Okay.
It also has your chamber load indicator on it.
Yep.
It has the same lever that the meat, whatever is.
It's not meat. I think it's mete.
So, well, that's what I said. You said meat. Anyway,
Right.
nonetheless. So, it does have a nice blacked out rear sight. And
Yes,
a nice,
I was gonna mention that.
Yeah, a nice, I guess it's yellow.
I love that you mentioned that, yeah, because I
Sight picture
love
on
a
it.
blacked out rear
Rear
sight. Yeah.
Combat. We like
Really
to call
helps.
that a combat sight. So, yes,
Oh, cool.
absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah.
So I like the combat sight.
Yes, combat sight
Yeah,
blacked
I do.
out. I like the SIG stuff as well, which will have, it's blacked out, but it also has tritium lamps. But again,
Yes.
nice little package. And again, trigger on it is going to be the same as these other triggers. Really, really nice triggers.
Yeah, nice reset.
Absolutely. I was going to put this in. Why isn't it fitting?
Because there's already one in there. Opposite of that. It also comes with a holster. So again,
Yes.
you know, Caniks, good value,
Very
nice
good value.
triggers,
Yes.
good packaging. Comes with the holster, comes with the extra mags. Most of them come with 2
Depending,
mags.
right? Depending on what you're getting will
Right.
kind of dictate. On the subcompact, you're not going to get as much because there's not as much more needed.
Right.
Whereas these guys are like competition stuff. So the Medic comes in with, we have the other case over here, but it comes with like a little gun that's got some little stuff, and it's really neat.
Yeah.
It comes with tools and some other stuff. It's competition setup. So.
Coolio.
Yeah.
I want to just check the capacity on that guy, just so we're clear on what the capacity is, because I wanted
Right.
to.
So magazine itself is 18. Right?
Okay.
Yep, 18. But there is an extension.
What was that sound? Why?
And the extension, I believe this one is a +2 extension. So
Okay.
this is going to put us at 20.
Okay. And
Whereas
then
that
one?
guy's a +3. That's an 18.
Okay.
18.
Yeah.
So these are both,
The Mede.
the Mede and the Signature Series are both the SFX, which is their longer slide. That's their
Mm-hmm. Okay.
5-inch slide and 5-inch barrel.
Yes.
So in those, you're going to have that higher capacity. They also make a 4.5-inch version of the Mede.
Yes.
And then the Canik Rival, same thing. They do 2 different sizes of that as well.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Wanted to definitely bring these to your attention because they're something that moves really fast in our stores,
And shores.
and when we're out, you know, our managers are like, hey, you know, let's get some more of these. They're
Yeah.
moving really quick, and they're pretty cool guns. So a lot of times, and it's interesting that it says Century on there too. So it could be under Century, it could be under Canik, just
yeah.
because, again, that importing thing. So Canik is the manufacturer, Century is the importer. So you may see either one of those. But yeah, so those are 3 of the models. So you can come into the shops if you're local and check them out, put them in your hand, see which ones you like. Different fit for different people, you know, what's your intended use, what's your budget, and we'll get you into the right choice for you. So one of the things that I wanted to bring to your attention when I was doing research for the shop, I came across a tab on the website that said severe duty. And I'm like, what the heck is that? Severe duty upgrade for
Be careful how you say that.
Canik. Severe duty. That's funny. So the severe duty upgrade, and I'm like, what is that?
It's duty, not duty.
Okay, so you say it.
Duty.
Jesus. Okay, so I clicked on the tab, and it's on Canik's website, canikusa.com. firearmnews.com/severe duty upgrade. And basically, it's talking about how you can send in your gun, and it's not the brand new ones, but you're going to want to check your serial number. But basically, what it's going over, and it's probably them just covering their ass.
I'm sure.
Right?
CYA, yeah.
CYA?
Cover your ass.
Is that a thing, CYA? I've never heard of that. Huh. Okay. Anyway, so I go on to read this, and they can upgrade your trigger safety spring and firing pin block spring, but basically it doesn't have to be done. The reason why they're doing it is because I guess people have been doing drop tests themselves, or, yeah. So if you drop your gun when it's loaded, that's never good. Now, granted, your gun shouldn't go off, but, you know, depending on the situation, that's just an unsafe thing. It's like pointing your gun in an unsafe direction. It's all of the safety rules. So you shouldn't be dropping your gun.
Right. So let's think about this. So I put my TV on the wall, and I go, so if it falls off the wall, will it still work? I don't know. Let's test it. So we test it and have it fall off the wall. We turn it on, it works fine, so we put it back up on the wall. Okay, and then it falls off on its own. So at some point in time, it's not going to frickin' work. So I'm just saying, so if you want to test it, have fun doing that. But in doing so, you might actually cause damage to the gun where it will not work. So there's that.
So it's pretty funny because it says
Right.
evaluations and tests have shown that repeatedly abusing and dropping pistols may result in damage to safety features and unintentional discharge. So even if it's not loaded and you're dropping it on the ground and you keep dropping it and dropping it, it's like dry firing your gun over and over and over and over again. That's not good for your gun, right? So basically, they'll upgrade it for you. So it doesn't have any effect or alter any features of the pistol. It's basically under the facts section of the website. It says, should I apply, now the frequently asked questions.
Right.
Should I apply the drop test on my own?
Absolutely.
No, Canik does not recommend that any customer conducts any form of a drop test before or after the severe duty upgrade. So don't do drop tests yourself.
And the funny thing is they actually have, somebody did it.
Right.
Because they actually had to put this out there, right? So whoever you are that did that, hello.
Yeah.
And
So
then
we're passing you on the right.
Well, yeah. Yeah. And then the other one was, should I do the drop test in my home? Wasn't it? Was that the other one?
It was, there were several.
There were several, and it's again, mind-numbing.
Yeah, don't do drop tests of your chambered live guns. I mean, I just don't even know who would do that. So, yeah, Shad's right. If
Culling
it's
of the herd,
don't
that
do
one
that.
is.
Don't do that. So, no, you never want to be unsafe with your gun. You never want to do things like that. So, granted, I know, probably, I would think, they're talking about, I've seen some videos where somebody's done a backflip with a gun, right? Right? Did
At a wedding.
At a wedding or something. Somebody did a backflip and the gun
FBI
fell out
agent.
and it went off.
It didn't go off. He picked it up, put his trigger on the finger.
Trigger on the finger?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Finger on the trigger.
that one.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, so I've seen ones where it's gone off.
Gotcha.
And then
Okay.
I also think you're right with the wedding
remember that
one.
guy, he went to pick it
He
up
picked
and
it up,
and
his finger
pow.
was on the trigger and it went
bang.
off. Yeah.
And
So
he didn't understand why.
He was blaming the gun, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's the
It
gun's
just went
fault.
off.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't understand any of that, then definitely watch our previous shows because we talked about being
And
safe.
come in and take a class.
And take a class, very important.
We'll help you out with that.
Yes. Okay. All right, cool. So we're going to get into hearing protection, but real quick, what? Fun fact about Mother's Day. I know you brought it up earlier, so thank you for that, but I did put a fun fact in here for Mother's Day. So there was a president that actually signed a proclamation designating Mother's Day. Did you hear me talk about this last night?
I did not.
Oh, because I was talking to Ron about it at bowling.
Oh.
Okay, so there was
Ron.
a president, hi Ron, that made the second Sunday in May honoring mothers, and that he's the one that actually did the proclamation. I would like to know if you know who it is.
I don't, but if I had to guess, let's go back.
Should I give you a hint?
Sure.
His first name and his last name are the same letter. And it was 1914.
Oh, shit. Yep, nope.
No.
No. Yeah.
Woodrow Wilson.
There you go. Okay,
Yes.
good old Woodrow. Good job.
Woodrow Wilson
Well done,
signed
sir.
the proclamation designating Mother's Day.
I was thinking a little bit more in the future. I was probably, in my mind, I was somewhere in like the 50s, 40s or 50s, not necessarily the 14s.
1914.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See,
Okay.
mothers have been adored for a very long time.
Well, they've always been adored,
Yeah.
but they have been, barefooting in the kitchen for a long time.
I mean, opposite of nailed it. We're going to get some irate moms.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, reality was, unfortunately, that was the stigma for a long time.
That's true. And I was just talking to somebody recently about something like that, and I don't want to get too much into a rabbit hole, but, and just how today's youth, and people in the 20s, the millennials, how they think about things, in such a strong opinion, and they're like, want to, cancel culture and all this stuff. And it's like, history is history. You can't go back and change it. So whether you agree with it or not,
learn from it.
You can't change history.
Sure.
So when they're removing statues, when, like what Chad just said about being barefooted in the kitchen, women didn't work. They were the ones that stayed home and took care of the children. So it's not that, women can work now, but back in the day, it was something like when I grew up, my mom was home, and so it wasn't like, they were being held down. I guess they were repressed a little bit,
they really were.
But now they're not, right? So, but you can't change that they were repressed back then, and you can't change the fact that, African American people were, treated poorly back in the day.
Right.
We can't change that. We just know nowadays, that's
not
changing.
accepted.
Right? It's not acceptable, and it's wrong.
Yeah.
So you can't change history, and you just have to learn from it. So, so when you said that, I do understand what you're saying, but yeah, women are definitely out. Look what I did.
That's what I'm saying.
Proof is in the pudding, sir.
Absolutely.
All right,
And
moving
I
on.
eat me some pudding.
Oh, wow. Ew. All right, ew. I don't even know what to say about that. Okay, hearing protection. What is wrong with you? Okay, hearing protection. So hearing protection is very important, right? So you got to choose what hearing protection you like. Personally, I don't like things in my ear. So Shad got me those earbuds that go in your ear. They're wireless, and they're all the rage. And I see people wearing them all the time.
Right.
But I don't like it in my ear. For some reason, it just irritates it, and it just feels uncomfortable. Yeah. So I like an over-the-ear muff, which is something like this, right? So it's over the ear, and it like encompasses your whole ear instead of just being like a little piece in your ear.
Correct.
So this is different types of hearing protection.
Correct.
A couple of reasons why you wear hearing protection when you shoot is to prevent hearing loss. Okay, so in doing a little bit of research about hearing protection, it says one gunshot may not seem like it's enough to do damage, but it actually does.
Yeah.
It depends on the caliber that you're shooting, but when shot without hearing protection, a single gunshot can be enough to cause permanent damage. So you're going to want to wear your hearing protection. And if you've ever been to a range where, so you're with somebody that's inexperienced, you're always going to want to keep your hearing protection on the entire time. So when I'm doing a class and somebody is done shooting before the person next to them, they'll do that a lot. They'll kind of pull it off and start taking them off.
To hear or to talk or something
because
like that.
they're done shooting, right? But not realizing that other people are still firing, right? So they'll do that either when I'm talking, they'll lift it off their ear, or they'll take it off because they're done shooting, and then somebody fires around and it's like, whoa, So keep them on at all times when you're at a range or when you're, with somebody that's shooting, not just yourself, because even though you're done, you're done. Even though you're done, doesn't mean other people are done, and it's going to give you potential hearing damage, which you don't want, right? A gunshot can reach levels as high as 140 to 190 decibels. Depending on the caliber. So that is really bad for your hearing. And, without hearing, that kind of, alters your life a bit. It might make me really happy. I say it all the time. Like, if I didn't have to hear things, I'd be so happy. Just walk around with these on, like, all day. And just be like, when I want to listen, I'll be like, what? No, that's just a joke, and it's not, saying anything about hearing. But yeah, so hearing protection, very important. Protect your hearing. I know that our daughter who's in the Navy, she, okay, so let me get into this. I'm going off topic a little bit here, but that's okay. Our military is having a little bit of a shortage of equipment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So every time I see on the news that we're sending all of these millions and billions of,
outside the country.
Aid outside the country, it's infuriating to me. Not that I don't want to help other countries, but we need to help our own country first, because I know for a fact that there are lots of things that our military needs. In fact, one of them is hearing protection. I provided my daughter with hearing protection because her hearing protection did not work properly. She was telling me she was putting empty casings in her ear, which is completely unacceptable. This is the United States military. They should have the best equipment possible, and we should be taking care of them before we take care of other people.
That's right.
So that's my rant for the day. The other thing was magazines and
you've talked about that in previous shows. Yeah.
Literally, their magazines aren't working, meaning the spring in the magazine doesn't work. So when they bend over, the ammunition falls out of their magazines. Unacceptable.
And in doing so, that means it's not going to feed through the gun, too. I mean, I'm just saying, just flat out.
I mean, it's so dangerous and it's unacceptable. And now our daughter has tinnitus because she's had damage to her hearing because of not having the proper hearing protection.
I have it as well.
Shad also has it as well. So if you don't know what tinnitus is, it's ringing. Right, when you play too much tennis or inflammation of tennis, because itis is inflammation. It's the noise you hear. It's like it's not an external sound. It's a ringing or it's a buzzing.
Inside your ear. Like this one right now is really going off.
Right.
Yep.
It's a common problem. It affects 15 to 20% of people. It's most common in older adults or people that have had some sort of damage to their hearing. Did you have any kind of trauma or anything?
I was at a concert for a weekend, and I was literally sitting right next to the speakers.
Oh, wow.
I mean, 5 feet away from the speakers, first row, and it was,
Really, it damaged your ears, yeah. So you have to be
at
really
the time, I was like, hey, this is awesome!
Right.
You know, and then...
Were you really like that?
Oh, yeah.
You were doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you must have been a hit with the ladies.
It was phenomenal. Oh, you know me. Yeah, that's me.
Awesome. All right, so let's go over...
Chuckles over there. Anything from the peanut gallery.
All right, so a couple of different types and styles of hearing protection. I mean, hearing protection doesn't seem very exciting, but it is an important feature that you have to have. So I wanted to go over a couple different options. So like I said, inside the ear, over the ear, depends on what you like. And some people, depending on what you're shooting, do both. Right?
Yeah.
So, double them up.
Yeah.
So...
And then you also get passive and electronic.
Okay.
Right. So that's going to be a huge difference.
Explain that. So we have two different, so we have that one and we have this one.
So passive, there's no electronics involved. So passive, you literally just put them under your ear, like this particular version from Walker's does 22 decibels of reduction.
Right.
Period. That's it. And that's one of those you put them on and people are talking to you and it takes everything down 22 decibels.
Right.
So imagine that. So if I'm talking to you, it's 22 decibels less that you hear.
Right.
So it's much harder to hear. We get into electronic hearing protection, which is like, this right here.
Now they come in different colors. This one particular is white. The one I was holding up.
This is multicam.
Oh, sorry, multicam.
Multicam.
White, but of course I like the white multicam.
So ultimately, let me actually see that particular guy so I can kind of show what it is. So they actually have microphones on them here. So on the front, or depending on how you wear them, on the back, there's microphones. So when you put them on electronically, it cuts down noise. So it does have microprocessors in here. It takes two AAA batteries. And you can adjust the volume.
Yes.
So you can make it so you can hear stuff a lot better. Like I can hear phenomenally with these things in. It's
so
absolutely
great.
amazing.
Yeah, if you're going to the range with somebody else, it is really great when you both have these on because you can keep your hearing protection on instead of taking them off, putting them back on.
And just have a conversation and just hear plain as day.
Absolutely, and it's not gonna, it's gonna have that hearing protection that you need to protect your hearing, but you're gonna be able to hear the person talking next, just like we're talking right now, but it's protecting your hearing against those sounds.
And then when the guns go off, when you start shooting, you can still have a conversation. Maybe people around you are shooting. That computer chip is going to cut out that bad decibel level to your ears. so that you're
very cool.
Good.
Yeah, and the difference isn't, you know, in the price that you're going to see,
Huge
right?
difference.
So in the Walker brand, that
$16.
it's like, yeah, it's like $16. And when you get into the electronic, you're going to be in the 70, 80, 90, as high as $100
Or more, yeah.
or more, depending on there's like Impact Sport. There's like a couple of different.
These are Howard Lights. There's definitely going to be different manufacturers that do stuff. You know, all that kind of.
But you get what you pay for, type thing, right?
Yep.
So you can go as low as, like, let me see those orange ones there. These are orange disposable in the ear.
Yep.
So basically these are, you know, going to work. It's going to protect your hearing, right? Better than a shell casing, right?
Absolutely.
So these are going to go in your ear. They're disposable. You're not going to use them more than once. I mean, gross, right?
Depends on how nasty yours are, I guess.
Yeah, it's really gross. You're not going to want to reuse these, but I wouldn't reuse them. And I have very
Just
clean
wet them
ears.
down a little bit afterwards, throw them back in.
Gross. So these are going to be, you know, more of a disposable, very inexpensive. This is a pack of, I don't even know how much, for $12. So very inexpensive. So
I think it's 50 of them. So you
50
get
of them?
25.
Okay.
So 25
Yeah.
uses. Basically.
So these are great for disposable. I have extra ones like in my range bag in case I forget my over-the-ear electronics.
Sure.
I always have a backup of something like that. So those are super inexpensive, not the best protection.
We have some like this as well. This again.
Do we know what decibel this protects against?
So usually it says it 32 decibels.
Okay, so
right on the
32.
bottom.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So then you have like this one. So this is in the ear as well, but it has a band on it, which is nice because you can take them off and put them like around your neck, right? So
exactly.
these other ones, they're just like singles, and
Correct.
there's really nowhere to put them other than in your pocket or something like that.
And these are 26 decibels. So these particular ones, and again, they should all say it. So on the back, it actually says right here that it's 26 decibels.
Do you know what the suggested thing is? I didn't look that up. I probably should have. Let me see those.
So again, it depends on what you're shooting, right? Because
Okay,
they talk about the decibel level. You want to get under 140 decibels. 140 decibels is kind of that happy spot as far as the FDA is concerned in regards to hearing loss. So anything under 140 decibels is okay, still loud, like firecrackers, stuff like that going off, but it shouldn't cause damage at that point. Again, everybody is different. So if you have very sensitive ears, it's very possible that 140 decibels could do that. But the reason I know this is because suppressors, and we talk about suppressors, and that is kind of that number, that sweet spot that is used to get 140 decibels or less.
Right. And it's good that you said that too, because the silencers, which we'll talk about in another show, silencers are great, and people go, what do you need a silencer for? Hearing protection.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't need hearing protection if you're using a silencer, right?
In Europe, it is considered bad when you're hunting without a suppressor.
Yeah.
So go figure.
So you don't need these guys if you're using a suppressor, which is great.
Yep.
So these guys are about, $20 or less, pretty inexpensive, but again, it's a good convenience to have that strap so you can just pull them down when you're not shooting.
There's some you
and
can get like with cords. I mean, there's different variants, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. So we'll get into this next one, which is the corded. This has a cord.
Yep. And that's more of like a formed in the ear style.
Molded. Yeah.
Thank you. That's the word I was
so
looking
like
for.
if you've ever played sports, the mouth guard. You put it in like boiling water and then you mold it to your mouth. It's kind of
immediately shove it into your face.
Yes.
Out of boiling water.
That's kind of what these guys are.
So boiling water and then shove it into your ear.
So the formable hearing protection is formable, clearly, and you're going to heat them up. You're going to put it in your ear, and it's going to mold to your ear. So it's going to stay in there really good. It's going to protect your hearing.
And this is passive, which is not electronic.
Okay. So very cool. And these are around $20, $25. So these are pretty good too, but these are moldable. If I was going to use any in the ear stuff, I would definitely use these because they're most comfortable because they're moldable.
And they do make electronic moldable in the ear. Then you start really getting expensive. That's where you can get up into the hundreds, $200, $300, $400 range.
Yes.
For some of this stuff. And that's sometimes you might, if you watch any TV shows and any other shows other than ours, which hopefully you watch ours and theirs. But a lot of those guys have, some of that really nice hearing protection that's, you know, Bluetooth capabilities, so you can tune your phone to it, so you can actually use your phone while you're doing stuff. It's pretty.
You can listen to
impressive.
music.
Yes, you could. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. Some have Bluetooth and all that. So actually the Howard Late electronics, I think, do, right?
Some of them do. So like these you can plug in. They do make a variant that is Bluetooth
audio
as well. So if you need to Bluetooth, they do make Bluetooth variants. But again, usually for those kind of pluses, you're going to add price.
Right.
You know, something like that. It's
Of
probably
course.
going to be another 30, 40, 50 bucks more
Yeah.
in order to be able
But
to
it's
do that.
something that you want to invest in, and you're
Yes.
going to have these for a long time.
If you shoot a little bit, invest in some good hearing protection. It
really
just, it
important.
really, really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's albeit you're going to spend a little bit, but they're going to last you a long time, and it is huge.
Yeah, you're spending, several $100s, $500, $700, whatever it is on your gun. It's worth the investment to spend $100 on your hearing protection. Can
Yes.
you get the $10 ones? Yes,
Absolutely.
but you get what you pay for. These
Yeah.
will last a long time. We even carry in our stores cases that you can put them in,
Mm-hmm.
so you can have some extra batteries in there, because honestly, it's happened to me before
Yeah.
where I've forgotten to bring backup batteries and I've left my electronics on. I actually put a little dot on mine, so
Yeah.
with nail polish, so I remember which way to turn it on and off, so it doesn't stay on in my bag for a week, and then I go to the range and there's
Right.
no, so the cases are really good to keep
Yeah.
that stuff in.
We
and
have gel inserts also, so the insert's a little bit nicer. It actually gives you a channel for your eye protection,
yeah, so
which you need as well.
you do need eye protection, so when it goes on the side here, it kind of moves, it
pushes that
on
stuff
yeah.
into it.
It's uncomfortable, so
The
there's an
gel
insert.
inserts gives you that channel so it doesn't give that push and drill into the side of your head. So,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I have
Yeah.
those in mine, and I really like
And they're
those.
really soft.
Yes, they're very soft.
Yes.
And the last ones that we were going to talk about is the ones with the mic, right? And what are those
Gotcha.
called?
So-
comms?
Yeah, that's for comms. That one doesn't have comms.
Oh, it doesn't?
That one does not. no.
Okay, just kidding then. So we're not going to talk about it because we didn't bring one.
But we have some that we have comms on, so we have different kinds
you
that
can-
we use for different situations. But
Yeah.
when we're just out kind of working with customers, we try to use these other versions.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have some that we have comms set up so we're able to communicate with each other
Yeah. Yeah.
at a lengthy distance.
Yes.
Yes.
So hearing protection, very important. Protect your hearing. It's very, very important. Whether you're shooting or not, if you're at a range or somebody's firing near you, you're going to want to have hearing protection. It's very important. And we are super excited that you joined us today, and we'll see you next Friday. Thanks for watching Tactical Talk
Happy
with Mad
Mother's
Dog Armory.
Day.